y'all, coming to you with a recap of week number 2 of our documented journey road to high stakes here. Yeah, as you can see here, we played about 8,426 hands. Didn't go well. Hit a bit of a downswing here. We lost $6,460. Ran above, or excuse me, below EV. Of course, we were quote unquote supposed to lose about $2,700, but not going to complain. Still running above EV for the series as a whole. And yeah, volume was a little bit lacking this week. Just kind of got busy with life, and we look forward to picking up some volume going forward. So again, these are the results for this week. If I filter out, this is basically the last 2 weeks. We played 25,000 hands, and we're up about $8,500. Still running above EV, so I'm still very happy with that. And yeah, hopefully the good run continues. Pretty happy with my play overall, and yeah, not much else to say. Let's get into a couple of hands here that I have pulled up. Again, we're going to do our biggest winning and losing pots for the week. So here, very standard stuff here. We're playing 3-6, see an open and a 3-bet, very easy 4-bet for us, of course, with the nuts. And yeah, on this flop, I mean, our range, C-bets, pretty much pure. And this particular combo with the SPR being so low, we're looking at an SPR of about 2.3, something like that. I don't have a good combo. I mean, I can bet small with this hand and just really not care. But I think this particular combo, not blocking any diamonds or spades, and not having backdoor outs to pretty much anything. I mean, we have some backdoor straight outs, but that's pretty much it. This combo, in my opinion, is very unique. Not having a diamond or a spade, to where we just want to just pure jam. We don't block really many straight draws at all. I guess the jack and 7 we do. But yeah, from these positions, just going to have loads of hands with diamonds and straight draws that can continue. So small SPR, I like to just pot flop and get the money in. And yeah, our opponent obliges. And so we do get the money in here, and we see pretty bad run out. But we do run it twice, and we look at the 9-3-7-5, which was some pretty loose action, obviously, from our opponent. And unfortunately, he scoops both runs. So yeah, good for him. About an $1,800 pot. We lost twice, unfortunately. And for our next hand here, this is our biggest winning pot. And I think this one's kind of interesting. We start off with a very standard 3-bet cutoff versus button. And we see two overcallers here from small blind and big blind. These guys were both fish, and this guy back raises. So generally speaking, if this was a heads-up scenario, cutoff versus button, this hand is a fold. I think I need an 8 in order to continue. I'm pretty sure ace, queen, jack, 8 would be a continue. The 7 is just too disconnected. But with the dead money here from the small blind and big blind, I do elect to continue. And I do have it pulled up, I believe, in Solver here, because I was just really, really interested here. So what I did is I just looked up 200 big blind stacks, because I was very, very deep with the cutoff. And so yeah, you can see here I have him the exact spot for the most part, except obviously small blind and big blind. They were only 100 big blinds deep. But I'm really more concerned with how my hand plays effectively versus the cutoff. And yeah, you can see here we're doing just fine calling our combo being so deep with the dead money from the small and big blind. And it's worth noting as well, this scenario is actually much different than my exact scenario, because small blind and big blind cannot open in my exact scenario as played, because they can't double the size of the re-raise from the cutoff. So in this scenario, if it works in this scenario where small blind and big blind can potentially re-raise after we call, then I'm sure in our exact scenario here, it's even better, considering, again, Small blind's only 100, big blind's effective, and the big blind has $0 essentially. So the small blind cannot reopen the action, which makes me very, very incentivized to continue here. And so we do, and yeah, we just flop absolute gin. Cutoff checks to us. These two guys are all in, so it's effectively a heads-up pot. And yeah, with a quote-unquote equity-protected pot, especially with two players being all in, the pots should be generally played pretty passively, meaning there's no real reason for me to go bluffing huge in pots like this, just because again it's equity protected. These two guys are all in, so we're going to go to showdown regardless. But on this particular board texture, king high and the 10 for that matter of fact, cutoff's going to have a bunch of king. Especially with this exact scenario, he's going to be very incentivized to re-raise pre-flop with the dead money from the small and big blind with a lot of his king combos, even being so deep against me. And he'll have some king 10 and some 2-pair combinations with some combos that he re-raises pre. So if this board was different, like a much lower board, like let's say like an 8-high board, something like that, monotone, I'd be very, very incentivized to go with a check back here. But on this particular board texture, I do want to start building a pot, and I just go 10%. It's my bet of choice, especially in 4-bet pots on these monotone, quote-unquote, lockdown board textures. And unfortunately, our opponent does find the fold, and yeah. We see a multi-way showdown with some very, very loose actions, so... yeah, about almost a $1,700 pot going our way. So yeah, that's it for results as well as the two largest hands of the week. And I will load up some tables on Ignition again, get some live play in, and call it an episode. All right, we're back. We've got 4 tables of 500 loaded up on Ignition Poker. Got some awesome music playing in the background. Let's have a good session. Mm-hmm. Maybe a fold, table 1. Picking up aces, table 2. Easy raise, of course. Okay. Big call, really just shit board for us. I'm fine just check folding here. Block absolutely no continues. Table 4, easy open, of course. Same thing, table 1. Table 4, flop absolutely nothing in terms of blockers. Have a marginal straight draw blocker. Just simply not going to be good enough to c-bet here. Check it back. Interesting turn, table 4. Table 2, yeah, I mean, I'm just happy. Well, not happy, obviously, but I think we just have to check fold, unfortunately. All right, so this guy full pots. Table 4, pretty interesting spot. I don't want to go nuts here, I'm pretty sure, just because we don't block hard enough. I do think it's a little too tight to fold, considering we have clubs that are good occasionally, and obviously we have the nut draw here. And keep in mind, we will be flat calling here a lot of our straights as well. We're not going to raise all of our straights here because of the nature of the board, right? Like, we want to have a lot of straights that can call rivers as well. Going to call here and going to complete here, table 1. Ace is such a good card for us. The question is my hand good enough to bluff with without a single pair blocker and both flush draws missing? It's really tempting. Like, I basically, obviously I don't have any showdown value. And The ace is a really good card for me. I want to be really aggressive in this spot. Let me play this spot on table 3. I'm obviously continuing. I think without a pair blocker, I'm happy to just call. But obviously raising could be a thing here. I'm going to give this up on table 4. It feels very weak. But I think without a pair blocker, and considering the nature of the board where both flush draws missed, I just don't think it's that good of a bluff. All right, so button, C-bets here. Spot's kind of whatever. That's kind of large, actually, for this board texture. Backdoor clubs. What's a good turn for me rather than a queen? Obviously, clubs. I'm actually going to make a tight fold here when they bet a little larger. Table 3. What in the hell is going on here? Okay. Table 3 versus a check. I'm just going to fire here. Wouldn't be shocked to see some check raises here if I'm out of position, but my range can definitely support this play as I have a ton of 2 pairs that want to bet. And I think it's just as simple as population really under check raises these spots. They generally are just going to barrel quite aggressively with their value. And obviously we make the nuts, pretty good river here. So yeah, just going to take my time a little and then bet for value, of course. I'm not sure about the turn barrel here being pairless. I'm not sure how GTO would feel about it. But yeah, it worked out for us in that scenario. My brain is quite tired today as well. We had Memorial Day. Well, Memorial Day's today, but we celebrated yesterday. I was out on the boat all day long, and I got sun zapped, and I'm freaking exhausted right now. So yeah, like if I'm in the big blind, I lead this board quite a lot, but I have to be mindful of my range. And from the small blind, I'm not gonna hit this board that often from the small blind, so I'm just gonna play a check here. Triple suited table 2, but connected. I guess I'll go for a call. So this guy pot, so no bluffs in range. Okay, we're going to call this, and we're going to check the side, table 2. So a lot of my naked straights, obviously, I will call here, but I think, obviously, with the redraw here, and having a club blocker is super relevant as well. Yeah, I think it's a mandatory raise here. Table 2, no backdoor flush draw, no real relevant backdoor straight draw. I'm just wondering if I ever trap here. I'm blocking my own outs. I think I kind of like a trap here, actually. Yeah, I'll go for a trap here. I think it's fine. And then, yeah, we're getting in here, table 3. Actually not really super thrilled. Like, he's going to have clubs a lot, I guess. But yeah, nothing we can do. Just stick it in. Okay, so he has a similar free roll, I guess. Yeah, whatever. Very loose action there, pre-flop, of course. So we're effectively cut off. Table 2, 10, 10, 6, 8. I think this is close. I'm going to go for the open. This guy pots the turn here, table 2. I cannot fold this hand, I don't think. Not thrilled, obviously, with no straight draw blockers, but 2 flush draws. IP will definitely have some bluffs. Table 3, I'm not sure about this. Seems like kind of a shitty hand, even with the ace high suit on the button, so I'm going to fold it with the wheel cards here. And yeah, I think we just checked aside here. Table 1, very standard check back, especially on a king high board versus a small blind flat. Really bad run out, table 2. A lot of in positions, natural bluffs just simply make a good hand now. And the way I played my hand, I mean, yeah, I have plenty of straights to call the river here. Yeah, table 1 again. You know, just checking back, taking my very marginal showdown. And yeah, I just don't think I do anything here on table 1. And yeah, table 2, I'm just going to find a fold here, unfortunately. Still like the way I played my hand, though. I think it's fine. hate how it keeps popping up. Super annoying. Yeah, I can feel my brain feels like mush right now. Very muddled. So hopefully you guys bear with me. Yeah, I just don't lead this board in general on table 4, whether it's a limp pot or not. It's just tough to balance with bluffs, I would think. Easy defend table 2. And yeah, easy check call here, table 4, of course. Keep in mind this guy limp pre. And yeah, we just check again, table 2. No real relevant blockers to start blasting here. This guy pots table 4, very easy call, of course. And yeah, table 2, gonna check again. Again, not any super relevant blockers here. Definitely gonna fire some rivers here, but I think the 5 has some type of showdown value here. Slightly too strong of a hand to bluff with, I think. So. I think the queen high suit with table 2 with this hand. This is probably, I'm almost sure the king high suit's an open. I don't know about the queen high suit. It's a marginal open at best, I think, even on the button. Obviously, we added 10 instead of a 9. It's just pure open, and we're very happy about it. Could be a punt fold. Could be too nitty. Jack, jack, 5-5. Versus a button open, I believe it's a flat. Yeah, easy open, blind versus blind here. Three bet, easy call. Oh yeah, just never lead here, obviously, on this board. Fold table 4. I think we're forced to continue table 1 unless he bets super, super large. Obviously, our flush draw is good a reasonable amount of the time, and then straight draw blockers, set outs, etc. This is a blind versus blind battle. And yeah, easy check, I believe. I don't think I want to start leading a jack high flush here. And this would be a combo on 4. Yeah, I was going to say, if he keeps barreling, I'm pretty sure I can never fold this combo. Specifically blocking straights. So the more value that I block for in position, the more I just want to call down my hand. Plus flushes don't make a habit of folding anyways. And yeah, easy check the side river, but again, I'm probably just going to be forced to call here, unfortunately. Population tends to underbluff these spots, but yeah, I just don't think I can fold this. Yeah, jack, king. I mean, it's kind of annoying because he can also have like a king high flush, obviously, but I'm trying to think. His 3 bets pre. I mean, his range pre-flop is pretty darn strong. A lot of double suited stuff. But yeah, I mean, not having a pair and blocking straights completely, I just think have to pay this off and probably mostly lose, but I don't think we can fold. And yeah, again, that's what I was kind of concerned about. He could just simply also be value owning us with like a king high flush. But I think we played our hand fine. I don't think we can fold. And he had like some type of retarded. I mean, it might be okay 3-bet. Blind versus blind. I doubt it, but yeah. It's quite annoying, but I don't think we can play it any other way, really. So we limp call. And this is a board that hips our limp calling range very well. And we have some good straight draw blockers, so yeah, I don't want to check call. I don't really want to check raise, so I'm actually just going to lead this. Good call. Very interesting turn. I think my hand goes into a natural checking range now. So we will go for that. Kind of interesting. I want to see if my hand ever barrels. I don't think it makes a lot of sense to like continue barreling this because when I bet a board like this, yeah, IP is going to have some like overpairs with two backdoor flush draws and things, but a lot of time he is going to interact with the board in some capacity, albeit a lot of them will be straight draws, of course. So we have an easy call, and then I'm going to check the river and decide. I mean, I have to call hands that are not, like I have to call other hands that aren't straights here. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, so I'd probably be forced to call river with that combination. Simply because IP can also be value betting worse hands, right? Like, if he has a set, two pair, whatever. Especially considering he seems pretty fishy, so he'll overvalue hands anyways. So yeah, we'd be hard-pressed to call there. Cutoff opens, table 4, double suited combo. The deuce is really not great. But I think the 5-6-9 being double suited versus a cutoff range probably barely makes it into our calling frequencies here. I'm going to screenshot it just to check it out later. Easy fold, of course. Maybe a fold table 1. Folding table 4, of course. Folding table 2. Easy defend table 1 versus EP. Okay. Easy check. Easy check call here, table 1. Really, really good turn. No leads. Trying to think how I play this. Yeah, I mean, it's just an easy check call, right? Like, we don't check raise this without a pair blocker. Especially versus EP. It's going to have a lot of flush draws that dominate us. Easy call, though. And we lead 0 rivers. And we do bink our straight, which is nice. Pure check. Very interesting if he bombs it here. His only sizing should be pot. Yeah. Super freaking annoying, man. Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, being pairless, God. Super annoying. I mean, out of the straights that I call with, I mean, like an 8 blocker is just the nuts here, right? He's really repping like a lot of 9-8, 9-5 combos. I do block those combinations a bit with my holdings, like having 6, 2, 7, then a 10. But I also have to think about what are his bluffs as IP. Yeah, I mean, there's just no reason you can't have a full house, right? So I will fold. Again, it's another node that's dramatically underbluffed, in my opinion. So just go ahead and fold there. Hurts. This spot's annoying. This guy's short, but yeah, we just have to continue. And we flop absolutely nothing, so we're just going to fold. Going to fold here at table 2. I think solver might continue with this. But I think it's close regardless, and yeah, you just flop a lot of marginal shit. So I'm going to fold this table 2. Fold. Easy open table 2. Okay. High frequency board for us. High EV board for the small blind here. And yeah, I just want to barrel here. I don't think it's strong enough to check raise. No backdoor flush draw. Straight draw blocker. That's about it. So I think we just want to start piling. Going to fold table 2. Could lit behind, but again, I think it's marginal. So versus the small blind range here, yeah, I'm just going to bet. Small blind should not connect with this board often at all. And I think having top pair with a straight draw blocker is good enough to fire. Do get snap called, however. The question is, do I want to continue barreling? I think the answer is no. Much rather have 5x. Even 6x is much better than having an ace, of course. So, yeah, going to check back here. Would be kind of interesting, like the king is like a really terrible card. So versus this guy's limp on table 2. Gonna make a small ISO because I don't expect him to ever fold, but do want to come in for an ISO with a hand like this. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna fold table 4. Unfortunately, I think it's fine. Get 2 calls, flop absolutely dust. So we'll be checking back as IP here. A lot of good turns for us though. I mean, right? Like any jack, 10, 8, or 9. Doesn't happen. Easy fold. It's interesting. This guy from the small blind leads on a card that smacks my range. It's just funny play. Lots of folds. Open table 1. Easy 3-bet here. Table 3, very nice hand. Terrible board. Yeah, pretty sure we're checking close to the range here. At least that's how I play it. We have an overpair, 2 backdoor flush draws, 1 nut, 1 non-nut. So it's tempting to continue here, but I mean, they take like these random sizings, like whatever that is, like 60, 65% pot. Versus a very large sizing, we'll just go ahead and fold. It's completely fine. Yeah, table 1, a hand that looks pretty, but specifically having the king high suit and the 2 wheel cards, I believe this is a fold. I think I can call here as in position on table 3. And versus a limp, I mean, I guess we'll complete table 2. It's super annoying because for whatever reason, yeah, I see this all the time. Like big blind will go ahead and ISO like incredibly wide, kind of for no reason. They do it with like garbage hands, which is like whatever. Now I'm in a shitty spot, so I guess I just go ahead and like fold. All right, so what do we have here? Table 3. I have top pair. I have the nut gutter. Yeah, I think it's a kind of an easy check back here with the nut gutter specifically. A bet and a call. Yeah, I suppose we'll just fold now. I actually kind of regret my flop check back here with all the wheel cards. I actually think I block a ton of continues. Yeah, I think I should have bet the flop here. Oh well. And of course we would have rivered the nuts. Queen 6-6 from MP. Yeah, I don't think we're like 3-betting or anything stupid. Checking range, of course. Just pure check call this combo. Don't think I have any raises on this board, period, anyway, so. That's very large, so incredibly polar already. Checks back. How do I want to play this? Yeah, I mean, the king is really not a good card at all. But you can easily have straights and flushes. I think my combo wants to block. Table 1, easy open, of course. Gonna fold here, table 4. So table 1, we have multiple blockers here. So yeah, I'm fine. Just bet folding. I think it's okay. You get called. Table 4, easy 3-bet, of course. Alright, table 1. Is there any reason for me to bet here? Yeah, I don't think so. I have kind of a pretty easy bluff catcher on a lot of rivers. So table 3 we fold. This is annoying, table 1. Let me think about table 4 really quick. Yeah, definitely don't want to get raised off of this open ender. Don't block any pairs, so we're going to go ahead for the check. So table 1, I mean, we block a lot of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I just don't think I'm folding top 2. It's kind of annoying 7-8 gets their flushes, but yeah, I just can't fold this, I don't think. Of course, always a flush. Lord. Yeah, easy check call table 4. And terrible turn. Definitely not a good session for us here. Yeah, easy check. And just giving up here, obviously. Table 4. Easy ISO, table 2, of course. Interesting board. I have a straight draw blocker. These like ace low boards, again, I've said in other videos, people are this overly aggressive as the initial aggressor pre-flop, and I don't really think you can be, especially with the limp calling range. I think they hit this board with a lot more draws and 2 pairs than you might realize. So we go for a check back here. Facing 2 checks, obviously betting, just thinking about sizing. Yeah, I think we just leverage here, the double checking range. Gonna flat call table 4 versus button. Easy call table 1, BVB. This guy pots on table 4. It's hilarious. So yeah, we'll just fold. Table 1 easy check back. I don't really see huge reason to bet here. Unblocking some check raises. And we want to have super strong hands like this. And our check back range is very interesting. Now he checks turn. So yeah, I guess we just start going for value here. Very, very weird. Weirdly played hand by out of position there. Calling table 1, of course. Easy check back. I don't think my blockers are good enough here in table 1. Now he comes out firing the turn. Don't think I want to start bluffing with this combo. Don't think I can fold. It's obviously not a super great spot. EP still has all like the super strong hands. etc. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, you can still just simply have straights. And again, all the strong hands here. Blocking a queen is more relevant than blocking jack 9. So I'm just going to fold. Yeah, table 4, pretty much checking close to range here. Have about a 10% betting frequency here. And this guy bets large, very easy fold for us. Facing small blind probe. Yeah, gonna play for about another 10 minutes or so. Still thinking about the straight that I folded. I think in retrospect, I think it was probably a mistake actually. I wonder if I can find it. Yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, I mean, folding this hand on the river, I think it's a mistake. I mean, obviously, versus population, it can never be that bad. Just thinking about my own range, and actually, I mean, I don't know, actually, like, I just have loads of 9x I can call here. Like, I'd rather call 9x here than a naked straight with no pair. Like, I'm almost sure if I look this up in GTO land, this would, I don't think it would ever fold. Certainly it wouldn't fold about any type of pair blocker, obviously. Yeah, I guess, yeah, I'm okay with my play here. I think it's fine. People are generally not finding the bluffs as in position here. Easy call here, table 2 versus a 3-ball. Flop a gutter and 2 jacks are pretty nice for future straight blockers. Facing a reasonably sized bet, we'll have to peel here. Should be a half pot or pot board or out of position. Facing half pot, we're going to call. He starts with a check. My hand's just a very natural check back. Realize equity and use our straight blockers on certain turns, of course. So yeah, easy check back for us. Really terrible turn, so we're just going to have to fold. Facing aggression. Definitely going to be balanced here too, especially versus population, because again, same reason, like population generally will bet most of their good hands on the flop. So I'm gonna have quite a few slow plays here on this board texture actually. But yeah, nothing more to say, just fold. Easy overcall here at table 1. Easy check, of course. All right. Face of the limp. Yeah, let's go for a check here with 3 hearts. And this is a board texture where people that limp like think they can represent all the strong hands on this board texture, which is kind of funny if you think about what population actually does. They do have AA like reasonably often. They just go for like a limp raise. I see it absolutely all the time. So, but yeah, still not gonna raise this. It's a very easy, natural bluff catch and call down on pretty much any run out. Table 3, we do have donks, but not with this hand combination. Okay, so this is very interesting. With spades and unblocking diamonds, I think I can go for a check raise here. I think it's nice, and yeah, table 2, we're just potting for value, obviously. He should have some diamonds that can semi-bluff turn, and it's just, you know, naturally facing double check. IP should have some bluffs. So now I have to make a decision. Blocking top set, obviously I block a ton of IP's calls. So I'm either going to block or check. I even block a 4. And I think the run out is such that IP might want to bluff. And keep in mind, I mean, IP is definitely going to have some straights here as well. So, but we're really just targeting bluffs, and it works out perfectly. Just some random like ace, king, 10, 8 bluff, which I guess it's not terrible, but I don't really love. Especially a sizing, that's like half pot on the river. Just makes it incredibly easy for, I don't know, probably most of my top pairs to call. Easy 3-bet, table 3. Get called, yeah. What on this board texture? I certainly have some pots. I'm trying to think if this hand wants to pot or not. Being spadeless. How many pots do I actually have? I mean, I definitely have some hands I can pot. I can go either way with this. I think I'm just going to pop this. I think it's fine. Half pot's fine as well, of course. I think with the backdoor nut flush draw, I'd be more likely to half pot just because we pick up a lot more turns that are good for us. Yeah. I think the EV of this is going to be close regardless. Just thinking like a lot of my AA can pot this board, like AA with any pair blocker. Yeah, and I think more the hand combinations that want to bet half, like this particular hand combination, it would want to bet half pot more with a spade blocker. I'm pretty sure about that. So, yeah. I think I played it alright. Gonna come in for the limp on table 2, I suppose. Gonna call. No leads, just check. Yeah, table 4 definitely checking. Pure range check here on this board. And yeah, I mean, naked flush draw. Kind of annoying, but I think it's too weak to fold for half pot. So we have to peel, I think. No leads. Actually, I do have some leads here, but obviously not with this combo. Table 4. I like just betting small. Yeah, just folding table 2. I'm gonna try to do a couple live streams. Well, I shouldn't say a couple. I'm gonna try to do a live stream sometime this week. Excuse me, just for fun. See how it goes. See what happens. See if I can get any viewers, basically. Alright, we're going to play, sit out next big blind every table, and that'll be it. Looks interesting. Open, 3-bet. Checks back, which fish love to do with sets. Okay, check, calls, and then, okay, yeah, Sphinx the river, sure. Alright, squeezing with aces, table 1. Hopefully we can win a decent pot. Alright. We don't have to check fold. Always nice. Don't love the king, obviously, but yeah, we just stick it in here, you know. I can do whatevs. I can bet half. I can pot. Yeah, I mean, I think my hand's just a natural pot. If I wanted a half pot, I think I just need more board interaction. Aces with a straight draw, aces with a pair blocker, and nut diamonds, something like that. This hand, I'm pretty sure we just want a pure pot, unblocking all of the straight draws. It's kind of an interesting combo, though. You know, actually, because if you think about, I mean, the only straight draw is Queen Jack, and we have 2 aces. So blocks their outs in equity pretty hard, actually, with straight draws. And then obviously diamonds, you know, we just have cooked. So might have been a mistake the more I think about it. Can't be that. Obviously, just much like a lot of spots in PLO, it's probably close, and it probably can't be too terrible. But yeah. Yeah, it can't be that bad on blocking all pairs. At least we won a pot. Yeah, I think the 2 wheel cards with the kings here on table 4 are just too weak from EP.
Now we'll assemble these blades. It's just a caricature, like really, all of this is a caricature. Damn, what's happening? Look at this.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
Looks like my playlist ran out on me. Just as well as we're almost done here. I think we got one more hand. And yeah, all right, so we fold last hand, and yeah, that's a video. hopefully you all enjoyed the content. Again, I'm going to try to go live with some live play this week. See if I get any traction with that, any viewers. As always, feel free to like and subscribe and leave your comments regarding my play below. And yeah, until next time, good luck at the tables.